Hello and welcome to the special episode on Dev Sports. I'm Snehashish Mukherjee, and as you all know, that the under 19 women of India have created history by winning two back-to-back World Cups. And under whom that has happened is none other than Nushin Al Khadir, the coach. And I'm thrilled to announce that she has joined to us today. So thank you, ma'am, for joining. And first of all, congratulations on the win. So my first question is, ma'am, as we all know that winning a World Cup is a huge thing, at least once. But under your coaching, under your guidance, the girls have done it two back-to-back editions. So how does it feel? How proud are you? Can you share with us?
See, honestly, I think the credit goes first to BCCI for having these high performance camps, which has led us to this victory because it's been tireless work of 7-8 months, which has gone behind. And we started off with zonal camps, which is a normal scheduling for BCCI, and from there to handpick the girls and put them into a high performance under 19 camp, and then to have a specialized camp right before the Tri Series, where the 20 probables were announced. Just to take the lead, how it has progressed to the World Cup has been a great journey, and then you could see this entire bunch working together time and again, and that actually makes things very easier for us to work as a unit because it's more like a family. You know everything of each other. Credit goes to BCCI, and I would mention BVS Lakshman sir as well. To take the initiative of seeing us through and giving us these camps, which is good for the young cricketers. And just to take it forward, I would say that to see them win this World Cup, first one was special. Obviously, this one was important and special as well because then it is an announcement that the youth in India is preparing well, and it's great for the future of cricket in India, at least in women's cricket.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you mentioned, ma'am, that the both World Cup wins were special, but anything special attributes that were different in this batch because this batch was comparatively so much dominating in every wins. So anything special that you have observed in this batch compared to the 2023 one?
I think it's in the genes. The current generation is
Hmm.
the only thing which stood out was their mental ability, adaptation to conditions. Because most of the time, I've been mentioning in my interviews a lot. Most of the times, it was quite challenging because we had the afternoon games. The At least the first half of the World Cup has been like there were rains predicted, and for us to pull off victories to get those 2 points, especially the first game against West Indies. We finished the game in 4.2, and probably if that would have extended by a ball, we wouldn't have got a single ball to bowl. And the
Yes.
girls finishing it, getting the 45 runs in 4.2 was commendable. So it's just about how they've adapted to every situation has made this team very special.
Absolutely, and I also think that the win against West Indies set the tone for the girls in this tournament. Okay, ma'am. Now we'll focus on players separately. First of all, absolutely, we have to discuss about Jeet Trisha. What a tournament she had, Kungari Trisha. Obviously with the bat and then with the ball. Later stage of the tournament, how I think she has a very unique action. I will definitely ask you to
Yes.
yes to talk about it. So, ma'am, a word on Jeet Trisha.
G. Trisha, I've seen her as a kid because I had the privilege of coaching Hyderabad in the initial stages of my coaching. And I still remember that, just because of her bowling action, I had insisted HCA to pick her as a bowler for the under 23. And she was able to bowl 10 overs because she had this unique action. But coming on to her batting, Trisha has actually, peaked at the right time for for the under 19s. She had a very low try series where she was not able to adapt to the opportunities was given to her. But honestly, I'm telling you, credit goes to her mental ability of coming really hard on herself in her preparation before the Asia Cup, where again she dominated, and then to continue that form and keep it going in the World Cup was great. Also, I would say that at the back end, I think the support staff didn't lose out on much of confidence with her, because the whole idea for us to have Trisha opening the innings was that she could do that experienced role. She was a part of the last World Cup. So what she could get on the table along with a young Kamalini was expected, and she actually lived up to that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And ma'am, then I will talk about Nikki Prasad, the captain. I think she didn't get that much of opportunity with the bat, but the way she laid, I think it was fantabulous to see the way she set up those fielding setups and all. So, a word on her. How do you see going forward the leader Nikki Prasad?
Selfless. That's the only word I can say. She's always put the team ahead of her. Nikki Prasad knows each and every one habits as players, and which is very important for a captain. You're leading a side. You need to understand the frame of mind of every player, and she's ticked all the boxes as a captain there. Off the field, she's gelled along well. On the field, she had the command, I would say, that she never demanded respect, she commanded respect, and she's been a very true leader for the under 19s.
Absolutely. And ma'am, she will be in action in for Delhi Capitals in WPL, and you all know that their Meg Lanning is there. So, do you expect that that will definitely help her to grow as a leader much more?
Absolutely. I think it's just not Nikki. I thought that even Kamalini, who's going to be a part of
Yes.
the Mumbai Indians,
Yes.
Shabnam has already been sharing the dressing
Yes.
room with Beth Mooney and Ashley Gardner. And now young Joshita is going to be a
Yes.
part of the
RCB.
RCB campaign. These guys are going to understand. They're going to understand different routines. They're going to understand different habits of players, which is going to be great. And they're going to take back that
Yes.
to their own dressing rooms, which is going to be like, a massive turnover for these players. So honestly, WPL, after this World Cup, WPL, she would have gone. All these players are going to get a lot of respect once they
Definitely.
get into the campaigns. They get into these nets. They're going to be. I'm sure that a captain like McLanning is always going to understand why Nikki Prasad has won an under 19 World Cup, because you can see that in that girl.
Yes, absolutely. But ma'am, as we are talking about the captaincy of Nikki, I think the fast 10 overs of the semi-final against England, I think it was a very tricky because the bowlers, consider a lot of runs compared to others matches. So what was the match? What's the message from the management unit from you after that 10 overs? Because I can remember there was a drinks break, and after that our bowlers came back and we bundled out them for a low score. So what was the matches at that time?
See, the message, just not for the semi-finals, I would say, the messaging has been very, very clear that, you need to go and express there. It's very important as players you go and express there. And that's what happened. England had been an unknown squad for us. Some of the players were new. And also the fact that, the messaging which went across was that it's a new ball, they're going to get a lot of runs. It was a flat deck to bat on.
Yes.
And as the ball gets older, the the game is going to swing towards us, and exactly that is what has happened. So nothing to worry. There's going to be firework, because obviously England was a well prepared side, and when you're playing the semi-finals, you need to expect something going to come hard on you, and that has been a message throughout to them that there will be teams which will come hard on you, but can we hold our nerves and keep things simple? So the game plan was very, very clear that the ball is going to get older, it's going to be on our side.
Yes.
If we can just put that extra pressure, we'll be through. And I think they came off quite well. Just giving 30 runs in the last 10 overs has been fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. And ma'am, as you mentioned, the spinners, the basic plan was to, express yourself, especially being a spinner. So the spin bowling unit, Vaishnavi, Ayushi, Parunika, all were superb throughout the tournament. So a word on them, how they managed to, be so much consistent throughout the tournament.
Their roles have been very clear. Who's going to bowl when? And we time and again we've been putting them into the same roles whichever game we've played, whether it's a Thai series or it's an Asia Cup or even in the practice. So when you are when you are a well prepared side, the
Hmm.
players know what their roles are, and they did exactly what they needed to do. Yes, I would give them a lot of credit to come back hard, in the sense to adapt quickly to the conditions, to the wickets, And they knew exactly, they could adapt it. If there was a message going there, they could easily adapt it, because obviously, I said, like I mentioned, that when you spend a lot of time with them, they do understand you, each other, and that makes things very easy for us.
Yes, yes, yes. But ma'am, what I think that the spinners have been brilliant, but the way the two pacers started all the innings, especially Joshita and Shabnam, I think that set the platform for the spinners to encash. So, do you believe that the both pacers, have been brilliant and they are the future of Indian cricket going forward?
Too early for me to say that they're going to be. See, they're definitely they're there on par, but I wouldn't want to take off the credit. You every time in your power play, if you're expecting two wickets to happen, Joshita was there. If the day Joshita has really not worked for us, Shabnam has got us this breakthroughs. And like I said, they were confident enough when they got into the tournament. They knew that the wickets are not going to be that conducive for them to do it, but they utilized the conditions quite well. There was slight swing in the air which they wanted. You see that we started off with the pacers because we knew that if the first 4 overs they could swing the ball for us, it'll be great, and after that probably there will be a compensation on the swing and the spinners will come in, and they've done it quite well and commendably. I thought they hit the right lengths. The lines were great to bowl. See, in T20 game you need to expect a little bit of firework, but for them to come back stronger
Mhm.
was great. So it just shows how much of resilience they have as fast bowlers. And I think there was a free hand given to them as well. It's okay because they are bowling the toughest overs of the game.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
that's how it is that you have to make them understand that you guys are heroes because you're bowling the toughest overs, and
Yes.
they knew about it, that they were going to be backed for everything. So I thought that it is a two-way thing, and they lived up to it quite well.
Yes, absolutely. Now I want to ask about a player. I know that she didn't get that much of opportunity. I was keeping an eye on her. That is Ishwarya Avasari, a very young
Hmm.
kid. And I think she's very talented. What I have going through her stats, her performance throughout the year. I think so. A word on her, ma'am. How do you see Ishwarya Avasari going forward? I know she has, I think another T20 World Cup, maybe under 90 World Cup is there for her. The way she is going. How do you see Ishwarya Avasari coming this?
She's one of the most talented. Honestly, till Asia Cup, I was not aware of her age. I'm being very
Mhm.
truthful. When I got to know that she's 15, I was wondering that, wow, what kind of cricketer she is. Absolute
Mhm.
delight to watch in the nets. Excellent fielder. What energy she gets on the ground. Ishwari Avsare has, I know she unfortunately didn't get enough opportunity,
Yes.
but
Mm.
the way she's fielded on the boundary line, the way she took a brilliant catch in the finals of the Asia Cup, okay, of a very crucial player.
Yes.
So somewhere or the other, that kid has got that zeal to contribute in the
Hmm.
victory, and that itself shows that she's mentally prepared to take up any role of the team. So she's got a great future. Bats well, feels well.
Hmm.
She can roll her arm bit with her leg spins, which is going to get better of age when she goes older. But great future, great future.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And as you mentioned that she has been a brilliant fielder. So when it comes to the senior women's cricket team of India, it's always, I think fielding is an aspect that always get notified by the fans and everything, because we see so many drop catches happening here and there. But in this team, this young team has shown that they have been brilliant throughout the tournament when it comes to ground fielding or maybe catches. So what was the drill? So what was the plan between the fielding setups? Because what I thought that I think the team knows that how important it is to have a good fielding setup to win those crucial moments in a crucial game.
See, like I said, like how we had role clarity about batting and bowling, the fielders also knew. So once they were on the ground, they knew exactly where they need to stand for which bowler. Okay, and they kept doing that job time and again. So the fielding gets better. And over a period of 7 months, I would give credit to the SSM group. That's the
Mm.
trainer and the physio who has, we've been monitoring them from 7 months, working on their fitness levels, taking care of their injuries. So it's all hand in hand. The staff has worked together. Once a fit squad, you'll always see them moving around quite well. And then it adds on to that the roles they know that, if I'm a boundary rider, I am going to be fielding at deep mid wicket. This is the ball, that's how it's going to behave. So they were quite aware of things. So, as a unit itself, the and it's a young unit. You've seen under 19 girls
Yes.
love fielding. So the first camp which I had taken in Valsad for the under 19 zonals, there was a there was an increase in the number of sessions as fielding unit. And
Okay.
suddenly, most of the coaches actually realized this unit wants to do more fielding. So it's the younger generation we want. They want to dive around. They want to take those brilliant catches. And thanks to the awareness the WPL has created, or they're watching the men's game, or our senior women,
Hmm.
the World Cup, they would have watched very closely how the foreign countries are. Our own
Hmm.
Indians have taken some fantastic catches like Jemmy, Radha. These guys have been setting as role models on as a fielding unit. So obviously, it rubs. So the kids, when you know that you're live and people watching you, they're going to throw themselves around, and that's great to see. Fielding is some aspect which we've not neglected at all. We knew how important it was, because on a given day, saving 10 runs is always a win-win, at least for a T20 game.
Yes, absolutely. I will take a cue from what you have told, that these are very young kids, absolutely, and the way they have played, it was so dominating. But ahead of the final, I think most of the fans were discussing that this Indian team, the way they have played, it's quite untested, especially the middle orders batters. So as a unit, ahead of the final, I think there might be a chance that some teams getting complacent, or maybe taking. There is a chance that you carried away with that momentum. So as a management group, how do you chip in and manage to handle these young kids to be in that perfect focus of getting into the final?
So the first message was that we as a team are not going to be complacent.
Hmm.
That's the first thing. So we were all aware of it.
Hmm.
Second thing is that we were aware of the fact that the middle order was not getting the kind of exposure. So we
Hmm.
ensured that we have not missed any practice sessions, just to give
Hmm.
these guys enough practice time, so that you know uh, if the game demands the next day, if they demand to need to practice, they are game ready. So that's how it has been. The team has not been complacent of not missing any training sessions. We've done all our training sessions just to ensure that everybody had the have spent a lot of time in the center doing a bit of nets. We had the resources there as net bowlers, so those were utilized. So nowhere was a day given that we. I think in this entire thing we had a couple of days break. There was training. There was the intent that the job is only done when we lift the trophy, not before that. So that's the first messaging which had gone, and I think the kids came up quite well. Although we used to have evening games, and the next day morning we had practice, they were ready there training.
Okay.
So I think the dedication was top class, top notch by this team. They handled it quite well. They knew they were there on a task, and they wanted to accomplish that task, which gives a lot of credit. I think it goes a lot of credit to these young girls taking it up.
Definitely top class dedication from the girls. Now the last two question, ma'am, but this will be not from the World Cup. This will be about you. Nushin Althari, the coach. So, ma'am, you have been so successful in the domestic arena also as a coach from Chhattisgarh, and now with the under 19 setup of of India women. So, what has been the philosophy of yours that have worked so well? What do you think?
I think for me the key thing is that I always feel that what you are off the field is what you are on the field. So each player is very special. You just have to get the best out of it and accept it. The first thing is acceptance. Acceptance of players. You're going to have 15 different players. Can you accept all of them the way they are? And that makes it very, very easy. I have kept things very simple as a coach, not making things too complicated. For me, the key is communication. I have to communicate to the player, no matter what it is, or to my staff for what it is. And if you have a very clear communication, things are very easy. People know what is happening, and there is no hide and seek. There's nothing to hide, because it's a team, it's a family, and each one of us as team members deserve to know what is going to happen, because each one of us have the responsibility of every girl. So the communication is also a very vital role, key role as a coach for me. And then a lot of fun. I think I'm somebody who enjoys, yes, I do have. I am a bit serious when it's practice sessions, but then once we are off the ground, the girls need to get a wind off. They need to enjoy, because that's the way they can really wind off and not think about the game much. So it's a mixture of both. So I probably have striked a good balance between these two.
Yes, absolutely. And the last question is, what is next for Nushin Alkarib, the coach?
Uh, as of now, I'm at home and I'm attending office religiously, the railway
Okay.
office. I landed on the 4th, and on the 5th, I was back to work. So this is me. This is
Mm.
Nushin. That I don't rest. If I'm not on the ground, if I'm not in a camp, I'm always in the railway office working, because that's something which is going to teach me on the other side of it. There is a life, and there is a hard life. Till the time you are alive, you need to keep doing this, and probably it's a wind off also, because you're away from cricket and you're doing something different, which
Mm.
at one part of yours is growing. So as of now, I have this. I wouldn't say I'm jobless. I have a railway job, so I'm back to work. Like I'm a I'm a total railway employee now.
Okay, that's it, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, to join with us. It was a lovely chat, and hopefully more success to come. And obviously, we are here to support you and to support entire team for the upcoming success. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.